Hit it, boys.
Get ready for Dave Thackeray.
Hi, it's Thacknology again. It's Sunday, it's June the 4th-ish. Can't remember the day, always get very excited on weekends and everything goes to pot. I want to talk today about Mary Meeker's Internet Trends Report, which is a stupidly long, I think it's 355 pages of slides all about where we are today, digitally, online, in space and beyond. And by the way, quick shout out to Elon Musk. Stunning work yesterday with that recycled cargo ship that went right up there. Congratulations. So some top line stats from Meeker Town to share with you, because it's been quite an interesting year all round. I think it's fair to say that we've seen a lot of stagnation, but a lot of opportunities. And I'll start with the smartphone world, because that's where most of us are these days. In fact, in just 6 years, we've gone from spending 1 hour a day on our phones doing data things, twiddling on games, or checking out Auntie Norris on what he or she might be doing down at the baseball park. That's one shout out there for my American friends. We're now up to a ridiculous 3 hours. So just in 6 years, we've gone from 1 hour to 3 hours a day on our phones, beavering away on using data. That accounts for just over 50% of the 5.6 hours that we spend every day hooked up IV style to the internet. It's quite shameful stuff. Google is also saying that a ridiculous 20% of searches that we do, whether we're on our phones or using Amazon Echo or Google Home or any of these speaky devices, are on the method of voice, which is interesting. And clearly, I don't think I'd be wanting to tell the world, because everybody's listening, guys, what I'm searching for on Google. Reading a really interesting book about data that was saying that lots and lots of people are using Google to share their thoughts and ask their darkest secrets to the computer instead of asking people out loud IRL, which is really telling, because you can use Google Trends these days to find out what people really think, rather than using surveys to not do that. What else did we find out from the Meeker? Well, live chat is going into orbit, just like SpaceX. Intercom, which is a provider of live chat, was saying that in the past year, we've seen double the number of live chat conversations, up to about 600 million in a year. So replacing, ironically, the voice with the tap. So if you're in the retail world and you want to get ahead and provide immaculate customer service, then you might want to be thinking of something like Intercom. There's lots and lots of live chat providers now, clearly because the market is growing by the day. So that was great. So Amazon is doubling down on its assault on retail. It's doing some amazing things by using data, we'll cover that later, to refine what it gives to its customers, to get closer to its customers, to provide the customer with a better service. But also, while it's partly responsible for the demise of the high street, it's actually making things even worse by creating its own physical stores. So you'll have heard about the Amazon bookstores that effectively bring the .com into your retail environment. Well, with Amazon Go, they're also figuring out ways to refine the supermarket experience. Effectively, you only need to go in these days into one of these trial stores with your mobile phone, and the app will deduce what you're buying, and it'll take the payment from your account as you walk out the door. This really is the future of frictionless retail. What else have we got to share with you? Well, Walmart, conversely, is making a major play into online. It bought a very thriving organization in the online retail space called Jet, so it's making a big deal about that. So Walmart and Amazon will be going toe to toe fairly soon, I have no doubt, and this is all courtesy of the Meeker report, Internet Trends 2017. And eCommerce is 15% up year on year, which explains why Walmart is putting all of its money on red, and I wouldn't blame it neither. To power this, data 10% up year on year, 14 zettabytes of the stuff. I think half of that is the result of Donald Trump's tweets. It's all of the noise that we're creating as a result of the crazy man's gesture in the direction of Twitter. From a music standpoint, streaming has finally overtaken physical media in terms of revenues, which is really interesting. So Spotify is finally making money after all that time. And also talking about entertainment, YouTube is feeling the heat from competitors like Snap and Facebook because obviously all of this serendipitous discovery, obviously in the world of Snapchat, and short form content, and it's all making a big difference. Again, we're hearing as well about people cutting cords, so cable is also getting hit because there's an increase in popularity of online media, so there's a lot of play in that space as well. And finally, online advertising. We know all about ad blocking. We know about 400 million users across the world rely on ad blockers, yet by the same token, massive growth in internet advertising. It's finally overtaken TV advertising, and the duopoly of Google and Facebook are making a significant growth in that space. Why is that? Well, hyperlocal advertising, we've got user-generated content. Clearly, people believe what other people are saying before they believe brands. So that all comes down to that whole thing about TripAdvisor and the cult of all of these review sites where you'll go and check out what people have got to say about things that are happening before you'll go and see that brand's own website. Lots of stuff going on there, and Snapchat is using the images you share as a conduit for showing you the relevant ads to clearly generate more sales. That really is about it. The blank page there's nothing more I can tell you really. I was going to tell you about no, I think I'm happy with that. This is Thacknology talking about the Mary Meeker 2017 Internet Trends Report. It's been about 6 minutes, but let's be honest with you, that's going to be significantly less than the time it would have taken you to trawl through that 355-page report. Hope you've had a good day today. We'll be seeing you soon. You've been listening to Thacknology. I'm Dave Thackeray. Have yourself a great rest of the weekend. Bye for now.
Dave Thackeray.
Yeah, can you dig it?